Well, how does this case end? Anybody know or remember? No? Can Congress give the Supreme Court original jurisdiction to hear a case when the Constitution did not? If you just had to take a guess, what's the answer to that question? No. Good guess. No. Can Congress give the Supreme Court original jurisdiction? If not, would the distribution of jurisdiction in the Constitution be form without substance, as Marbury famously asked? Well, yes, it would. Yeah, the Constitution really wouldn't mean a whole lot if Congress or the president or whoever can just give themselves power to do things. So this conflict does get resolved. On February 24th, 1803, 2 years into Jefferson's presidency in Marbury's state of limbo, there are 6 days of oral arguments. The Supreme Court held in a unanimous decision that Congress had no power to alter or enhance the Supreme Court's original jurisdiction. So the Supreme Court found that that portion of the Judiciary Act was unconstitutional, which was a big deal, not only because Marbury lost his case with that ruling, but it sets a great historical precedent. The court has given itself now the power, and this wasn't the, what did Rob call it again? The Boomer Council that we know and love today. These were men. Josh, how old are you? 18? Okay, that's maybe a little young. Maybe about 20 to 30 who were sitting on the Supreme Court. These weren't the wise old men. Yeah, all the founders were. All the founding generation was that young. Yeah. That's how they're portrayed in the movies and on TV and things like that. They really weren't that old. Not at all. Not too old, 60, 70, probably around there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's like me.
Well, your ancestor Pocahontas was probably making decisions like that
She's floating around
back in the day. So, this great historical precedent that you need to know and remember is called judicial review. So the Supreme Court reasoned that even though Marbury had a right to his commission, the laws do afford him a remedy for the denial of that right, where the authority given to the Supreme Court by an act of Congress authorizing the court to hear a case is not grounded in or sanctioned by the Constitution. That authority is still null and void. It's not legal just because Congress says it is. And we, the Supreme Court, will now take it upon ourselves to declare laws unconstitutional or parts of laws unconstitutional. And this really settles the political issue of the day. Our court set forth a future hierarchy of information for the entire United States system of government, saying that the government is established by the Constitution. It is established by the Constitution. It is one of limited powers. Do we live by that mantra today? Is our government now in 2022 or 2024 or 2026, depending on how long I use this video, I can't see it getting any better, one of limited powers? Does Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Mitch McConnell, do they particularly care what the Constitution has to say if it doesn't benefit their cause at the moment? It's sad that most of you just said no, but yes, I agree. I entirely agree. No. I think I'm just going to keep calling them that now. I'm going to get in so much trouble one day. The Boomer Council is probably the ones that stick closest to the Constitution and limited powers prescribed to our government. But even though the concept here that our federal government is one of limited powers. So remember the War Powers Act we were looking at a while ago? That majorly contradicts this. What else? The Patriot Act. Anybody ever read about that or is old enough to remember it? Vaguely? No. Patriot Act. Just totally lost my train of thought. What did I... You guys are all making me sleepy with your sleepiness. The Patriot Act was put into force after September 11th, 2001, and did things like create the TSA and make us all strip down at airports and take off our belts and things like that. And I remember I was traveling to London once, and I keep a journal. I write letters. I'm old school in that way. You might have picked it up with the amount of paper we go through in this class, that I am of the old school in teaching and learning. But they said remove all metal. Okay. I wasn't married at the time, but okay, I'd take off the wedding ring, take off my belt, anything that was metal. I had a ballpoint pen in my pocket, a ballpoint pen, which I didn't think had any metal in it. Just that little, yeah. And I go through, because they rounded up all the single men, because those, I'm dangerous, yes. I wasn't walking with a cane at that point, but I was going to commit.
We have the type of cane that has like a sword
I
kind of
mean,
inside.
you had a ballpoint pen.
No hidden sword in here. That'd be cool if I did.
Oliver's grandpa does.
That's your son?
Yeah.
Okay.
His grandpa.
Oliver. That would be awesome. If any of you felt inclined to get me an end of the semester gift, a cane with a sword.
Oh my God.
Even when I stopped needing a cane to walk around with, I would still walk around with that cane forever.
We need a cane. Like, he's physically capable.
Yeah.
He just likes it.
Yeah, oh, I would too. But I go into this box and, assume the pose of a free man, a free American. And they spray me, with air. And all sorts of alarms start coming off. And there were 3 officers in front of me, and I guess there were 3 behind me that I never saw. And they came out, guns drawn. I kid you not.
What year was this?
2012.
Okay.
Sir, what do you have in your pocket? I say, do I have anything in my pocket? Because I do. A pen. Why do you have a pen? Well, I write. Why didn't you take it out of your pocket? Does the pen have, I was honestly ignorant of it. Does the pen have metal in it? Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, they did the wand thing on me and took the pen out of my pocket. I did get it back. Yeah, that's my TSA story.
You know, some things have those little things in the container store there, they don't pin like knives and.
That happened with my uncle because he was coming back from China. He went on a trip for his work. He works at Caterpillar. He's like one of the big bosses. And he had a China coin, and then he didn't realize he didn't take all of them out. There was one left in it.
Oh, God.
But they actually took him back to the room, but I think it kind of had something to do with his race. So, we're not trying to do that.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.